Hello and welcome to the Recovery Oracle. My name is Veda and I am so pleased to have you here in this space with me. I hope everybody's doing wonderful today. I am filming this on September 15th. It is a Monday and we are just days away from a new moon in Virgo with a solar eclipse. So real exciting stuff. We are talking bringing in new things into our lives as far as routines, habits, health. Virgo is all about structures and systems and order and self-discipline and healthy habits and all things wellness, your diet, your exercise routine, what you do as far as self-care goes and structure goes in your life. So I just wanted to throw that out there for everybody. That happens, I believe it's the 21st or the 22nd. I know that on the 22nd is a day of spiritual accounting in Kabbalistic cultures. It is the day where everything that you have done for the past year kind of gets the checks and balances go through, and so how you've handled things this last year will kind of that'll be all added up and tallied and kind of reflect on how your next year is going to go. But that is if you believe in those things. If you study Kabbalistic literature or practice that as far as a spiritual practice goes, then that applies to you. If you don't believe in that, then you have your own beliefs, then that doesn't it doesn't apply to you. So take what you will from that. I am considering it a time myself personally. They've done it for thousands of years. The sages have believed that, and seeing through my own eyes how through September we are tried and tested, and old things come up to see how we handle them now in this month as compared to the last year. I am kind of taking it as a day of spiritual accounting. So what I'm doing to kind of wrap up and finalize all the things as we step into this entirely new timeline is I'm working on some more shadow work, some things that I thought that I had places, things I thought I had forgiven and solved and cut from my energetic field and let go with love. There's a few things that are coming back in that I haven't fully closed out. So working on those, working on the self-forgiveness, the self-care, the routines, the structure myself. And I am a Virgo. My birthday is September 5th, so maybe it's hitting me a little harder than most. But we're going to see what Ascended Masters and Angels are working with us today, and we'll go from there, and I'll bring through whatever they want me to speak on today through the cards. If you are in recovery, if you're thinking about recovery, or you have a loved one that is in recovery, know that you are in the right space, you are in a safe space, and I am so grateful to have you here with me. There is a message here for you. If it's not for you, it's for somebody that you know, and I do encourage you to like, comment, and share these with somebody that could use them, please. The comments do loads for getting me into the algorithms of things, and I am just starting out on YouTube, so all the comments, the likes, the shares, the subscribes help me tons to get these messages out to other people. So thank you so much for that support. All right, Angels and Ascended Masters, who's working with us today, please. Thank you. And I set the intention that only the love, light, and truth for your greatest and highest good comes through these messages. So you can rest assured that this is all from truth, light, and love. Okay, we have Rama and Sita coming out with Holy Union. Rama and Sita, Holy Union, and it says soulmate connection, possibly a romantic opportunity coming through for you at this time. And then we have Gaia, resilient spirit, earth connection, stay rooted in trust and faith. So really connecting to the earth. I have heard something about the sacral chakra being the new crown chakra and really being centered Here, I'll tell you about it in 1 second. Let's get all the cards out first, and we'll talk about it. It's exciting, though, to me. Okay. The way in which we are spiritual beings is changing as we become more light bodies. We need more grounding since we are here on Earth. So, like the yogis that sat that sit for 60 years at a time to get in touch with God and are connected into the divine and not grounded, not in their bodies. That way of spirituality isn't going away, but the way that we connect with Source is changing energetically in a way that we are connecting more by being more grounded to the earth and to the frequency of the earth is kind of our divine portal is through the earth instead of through, I mean, it's still through the crown chakra, but also through our sacral and our root chakra. Those lower chakras are getting more recognition as kind of portals to the divine. So it's neat. It's a complex thing, but it's pretty neat. Okay. We also have we have Orion here, manifestation vortex. And we have Bridget, the Celtic goddess with inner fire. Let your passion lead you to your purpose. Lady Venus, light activation, a call to action, power surge, earth mission. On the bottom of the deck, we have Archangel Raziel, the inner workings. There are hidden truths below the surface. Dig deeper. Archangel Raziel is like, he helps people who are practicing their spiritual gifts and abilities, magic, manifestation, healing modalities, psychic awareness. Archangel Raziel can help you connect to, he's all about the occult teachings and the hermetic teachings and the alchemization and the magic and the manifestation. So reach out to Archangel Raziel if you need help with your spiritual abilities at this time. He is the archangel for all those kinds of things. The deep depths of like esoteric knowledge. So wow, we have Sanat Kumara. We have both the leaders of the Venusian Light Council here. Everybody welcome Sanat Kumara and Lady Venus to the chat. This is open channel with signs, downloads, and sacred information, and a call to action, a power surge, and earth mission. So we have both divine masculine and divine feminine of the Venusian Light Council. Very, very, very high up, higher dimensional celestial beings, like cosmic angelics that are of the Venusian Light Council that guide us on our path and are here to help humanity. They are all about light, love, and compassion. That is like their language is light and love, and it's the same to light and love. It's the same to them. So then we have Bridget. Is the goddess Bridget of Celtic goddess Bridget. So maybe some of you have Celtic ancestry or are Irish, Scottish, Celt in some fashion. If you're not, still Bridget is a strong, powerful goddess who represents embracing your inner fire, that passion, that energy. This is very much sacral chakra, creativity, passion, sensuality, fire. And then at this time we have Orion with the manifestation vortex, and he says, focus your energy with unwavering faith to manifest the outcome you require. And something about a manifestation vortex has been coming through every one of the readings I've done lately. So I really feel that it's not a manifestation vortex that we're in. I think that it's all the time we are manifesting, whether we are aware of it or not, and it's being mindful of our thoughts and understanding that our thoughts and our words and where we put our feeling state and our emotions, we are co-creating whether we realize it or not. We're always in a manifestation vortex. We are creators. That's what we do. So we have the divine, masculine and feminine of light and love, Archangel Raziel, Archangel Orion, Rama and Sita. So there is this holy union. This could turn into a relationship reading. It doesn't have to be a relationship. You could have a soulmate connection bond coming in or be in a soulmate connection relationship now. So a soulmate could also be a friend or a colleague that you're meeting. You also could just be you could be balancing out the divine feminine and masculine within yourself, right? Your action, balancing out when you have the energy to take action and be your provider and be your daddy, and then the times where you're being nurturing to yourself and practicing self-care and your creativity and allowing things to play out in that surrender of like the divine feminine. So the yin and the yang. So this could be a balance within you or a really divinely aligned relationship coming in. We're going to have to find out with the tarot there. Gaia is, staying rooted, staying grounded, staying connected to the earth. Really, so when I walk my dog now, I make sure that at least once on the walk somewhere I find grass and I sit down. If I have Chuck Taylors on, they were all tied up, but I put my hands and my bum on the ground, and so my root chakra is connected to the ground. My hands are connected to the ground. Imagining roots going down deep into the earth, connecting to that crystalline core, and releasing any tension that you have within your body, releasing any tension down through those roots to be transmuted by the earth. Also then pulling up energy and vitality from the earth, doing that energetic exchange with the earth. We are so connected to her. If you've ever heard of the Schumann resonance, it very much affects the way that we sleep, the way we act, the way we our emotions, and all of it. So important stuff. If you haven't grounded or you're curious about it, look into grounding. It's also called earthing. Just putting your bare skin, your against the earth. If you think about it, we used to never be separate from her, and now we are with so much rubber and concrete and distractions and noise. So really taking the time to connect with earth is a great way to balance yourself on the inside as well. So all right, let's get some themes going here. Let's find out why we have light codes, downloads, sacred information coming in. That's also getting out to the sun. We get light codes and information through the sunlight that we receive coming down. So that's like connecting to the sun, getting outside, connecting to the earth, and creating that balance within ourselves. So, all right, angels and guides, what do you want us to know today through the wisdom of the oracle? Thank you. Let's find out what this reading's all about. Right. Yep, there we go. Here and now, being present, right? Okay, so being present in the here and now, not looking too far to the future, not looking to the past. If something is out of your control, worrying is about the worst thing you can do, because worrying is an energetic leak. And I am only speaking on this because I have experienced it in the past couple days. I'm really trying to center in the present moment. What can you do to make your life more beautiful? What can you do presently with what you have right in front of you when things feel out of your control? Okay, and what else do we have? Oh, a change in the wind. Change in the wind. Change is on its way. So maybe some of you are in a period of kind of waiting for things to pan out, and your message from Spirit is to be here and now in this present moment, and do what you can to work on yourself and take care of what you need to, that there is change coming. So if you have some time where you're not too busy, take it as a sign from Spirit to use it to re-energize yourself, replenish your energetic sources so that you are able to put out the energy needed as life starts to pick up speed. Okay, and what else? Anything else? Oh, yeah, yin. Okay, all right. Ow. Wow, okay. So we have Orphaned on the bottom of the deck. I will point that out. Orphaned is coming up on the bottom of the deck for somebody. So this isn't, this is just about possibly being lonely, or parts of you that you're leaving out of that you're not tending to. It's parts of you that so it's like something's out of balance, parts of you left behind, or maybe things that you're ashamed of that you're kind of shoving off to the side. You could also be in a time of isolation or feeling out of place right now, and know that you are not out of place. You're right where you're meant to be, and you are certainly welcome here. And you know, we are all on our own journey, and with that said, our journeys are so similar to each other in so many ways that we are never ever alone. We are always have an army, a team of angels, angelic, cosmic, and galactic beings of light that are supporting us on our path. So I hope that you're not feeling lonely. If you are, know that you are never alone, and this will soon pass as well. There is a change in the wind. I also do want to point out to you that we have Treasure Island here. So there is something on its way to you, something incredible, something bountiful, something that will create lasting wealth, health, happiness in your life. One or all of those. So Treasure Island is either a beautiful relationship, new talents, new discoveries, new passions, a new job, a new home. Treasure Island is like the land of milk and honey, our heaven on earth. It's something really, really special that is headed towards you on these winds of change. And then Round and Round, it talks about like a pattern repeating itself, right? But it's also referring to the patterns and the pattern of life itself, being in this spiral that's ever going upward, right? So we're never, even though we may feel like we're coming around towards something, time after time, each time we come around it, we have a bit of a higher perspective of it. So it's a spiral moving up. So you may feel as if you're repeating something or going through something again, but just know that you have a different perspective than you did before, and you have a higher perspective and a higher understanding. This also talks about healing being a spiral, sometimes feeling like we're going backwards when we aren't. We're just making the pass again, but from a higher vantage point. So maybe some of you feel that you're doing something a little repetitive, that something is repeating itself in your life. If that's the case, I mean, look at it and see if there's something that you can do to change it. Or look at it and notice, last time this happened, I would have totally not even noticed it, or I would have done this and this, or I would have thought this, and realize that, like, notice and now how you're handling things in a more mature way, a more evolved way, a more surrendered, faithful way, knowing that you have all this divine help and presence with you at all times. So that's Round and Round. And then Yin, right? So Yin is divine feminine energy of allowing, of nurturing yourself, of replenishing your sources, of trusting and surrender and allowing it to receiving, right? It's receiving things. So you put out the work, you've been big daddy pants, and you've done everything you can, taking your inspired action for the things that you want to manifest. And now it's time that you take care of yourself. Maybe you've been taking care of other people a little too much and not tending to your own needs, and the angels and guides really want you to take care of you right now. Take care of you, get rest. This is all about resting, receiving, creating when it feels right, and just having joy and passion for whatever you're doing, and being mindful of your energy. So that's really beautiful. All right, let's get some tarot. I think I'm going to pull tarot for each one of these cards and see what goes through. Or what comes through, excuse me. Yeah, that's how we're doing. That's how we're doing it today. So, angels and guides, what do you want us to know about Yin energy, please? Let's talk about Yin. Why is Yin here for the collective? What do they need to know? Thank you. Why is Yin here? Fell right on it. The star, replenishing your energy sources. The star is all about replenishing and healing and balance, and being, it's like shining bright like a star and visibility. But sometimes you need to just, this could also be a wish being granted to you, wishing upon a star and allowing it to come in, allowing your abundance and your gifts to come into you, and not micromanaging the universe. And I'm saying that because I literally got that message for myself the other day. I was getting a little into the cards, like, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? Trying to control it too much. And the minute I let go of it and went and did something else, I had a new client sign up for training with me, and a check come through the mail unexpectedly, way after the mail ever gets here. I usually get mail at 11, and in the mailbox at like 9 o'clock that night, there was a check in there. But it was only after I gave up questioning where my money was or where things were coming from. I had to let go and be in my present moment, and that's when the manifestations came through for me. So it's allowing yourself to receive the recognition that you deserve for something, allowing yourself to be loved, allowing yourself to be replenished. This is what the star and the yin together are all about. And then angels and guides. Why is Treasure Island here for us? What is Treasure Island about? Is this health, wealth, job, relationship? To inspiration, looking ahead, planning ahead. Okay, what else can we get with that? So the Two of Inspiration is coming out. So this is like a card of planning ahead and looking into the future. Something that you may see coming, like you can see it coming. Maybe there's something that you know is headed towards what you it's like you know what it is. Is there anything else for that? The Two of Inspiration with Treasure Island, what this is about? They're like, wait, watch and see. It's like they want it to be a surprise. Let's see what this is about, please. Hangman in reverse. So it's you looking ahead, having a different perspective on something, getting out of a stuck one paradigm, maybe you're stuck in a set of rules, or you have expectations about how your abundance is coming through. And this is saying that you're looking ahead. What you're looking towards is not what it is. It's something different than you're expecting, says the Hanged Muse in reverse, right? Breaking free of it's a perspective shift. So it's like shifting your perspective, seeing the glass half full instead of half empty. So your treasure island could be right in front of you. It's something under your nose, something that you have a talent, you have an idea about that's already here in front of you. And you just need a perspective shift. Look at it from a different angle. Is there anything else, angels and guides, that you want to say about that right now? Four of Inspiration, Four of Wands. So this is okay. At the Four of Wands, it's like this is like mastery. This is mastery of spirit, of passion, of action. It's celebration. It's also it's a false and so it's a celebration often, right? And in the original tarot, it is two people getting married in front of a church. So very good, well, could be something, a celebration, a gathering, something that you're doing with somebody else. If I take it numerologically, at the Four, it's like a false top. It's mastery in spirit, emotions, or a gathering of some sort, or spirit and fire and passion and creativity, but it's actually just the beginning, because it goes all the way up to the 10, right? At the 4, it's like our first, it's stable, but it's not, like right now it's stabilized, but it's a false start, like getting married, right? That's not the end of the relationship. That's like where it comes together and it's solidified. But then the real, the relationship, the adventure starts after marriage. So it's like you've got this security around you right now. And it's okay. But there's better on the way for you. Is there anything else, angels and guides, with that? And stopping to look at how far you've come too. Looking back and recognizing how far you've come, you might find something there. Stopping to smell the roses, stopping to admire your work and how far, give yourself credit for how far you've come. This also could be saying that there's like something that you've already started and it's growing, that is leading to your abundance. And you're going to be celebrated for it. So there could be some celebration. It's going to have you really happy about it. And your material wealth will be growing, or your physical something's growing with this treasure island. Okay, looking at how far you've come. All right, here and now. What do we need to know about here and now? What is here and now bringing for us? What is that doing? Being here and now. Okay, so maybe here and now in the present moment, maybe some of you have some grief to process, or you're seeing you have a change coming in your emotional state. There's changes coming through the way that you love, the way that you receive love, the way that you show others love and yourself love. Being here and now, and doing the work maybe to tie up some of the loose ends of grief or hurt that you've been through, or traumatic things that you've been through, and finding the love within yourself. This is all about, she's very upset about there's 3 empty cups in front of her, but the 2 behind her that are her own love from self were fuller than the 3 that spilt over, and those 3 that spilt over were somebody else's love for her. She's all upset about that, but she has her own love for self behind her that are these full, beautiful cups. So being here and now in this present moment, recognizing your love for self, and loving yourself and taking care and nurturing yourself, and knowing that is the highest gift that you can do. Being here and now present for you, and not relying on anybody else to give you that love. Is there anything else, angels and guides, for the here and now and the 5 of emotions? Thank you. Okay, it's quick. The Emperor, taking your power back, right? Yeah, so taking control over your life, not grieving over what's lost, what's gone. So not dwelling in they want you here and now, not dwelling in the past, what's happened, what's been, what's gone. With the Emperor showing up, it's like be in charge of your life in the here and present now. Take ownership, take action, take your power back. Don't let any people, places, things, experiences from your past take you away from who you are right here, right now, because you're not that. You've overcome that, and that's never happening to you again. You hold the power in your hands to get yourself through this time, being here and now, and recognizing how far you've come is where your power lies. So that's really beautiful. What's coming with the change in the wind, angels and guides, please? Change in the wind. I really like the Emperor showing up. Take your power back. Change in the wind. Okay, we have the death card coming out with change in the wind. So this is like the death of an old self. This could be grieving. This is also with the death card. This is rebirth. This is renewal. This is our new start, our new beginning, our new lives that we're all stepping into. It's this new higher vibration. It's answering the call. It's answering the divine calling for what your soul came here to do with your life. So there is a death and a rebirth happening currently, a transformation that you're undergoing. Let's see if they want to say anything else with that. I really like that coming out. All right. The death card is nothing to be afraid of. It's beautiful. It's the end of the old. It's the end of the old that wasn't working, and it's the beginning of the new. It's new life. It's transmuting pain into power. Okay. Anything else, angels, that you want to say about the change in the wind with the death card? Eight of Materials. Yes, moving on. Okay, you're moving on. You're moving up. You're elevating. The Eight of Wands, or the Eight of Materials. This, the Eight of Materials is working on what you love, and it's moving up financially. So you started with the Seven of Materials. You're moving up and doing what you absolutely love, working on what you love. So the change of the wind. Also, this is the work card. So it could be the death of an old job and the beginning of a new job that's bringing you more stability in your reality, more financial stability. If this is work, this is a card of work, and balancing that. It's a balance of physical, spiritual, emotional, and mental. It's balancing that work-life balance, but doing what you love and enjoy to make that what excites and ignites you, that's going to bring that abundance into your life. Anything else on that, angels and guides? We have the Seven of Emotions. So there's options. So you have options for your work, and there might be a little bit of confusion about what that work looks like for you. So this is where we listen to our heart. We go within and we listen to what's yelling the loudest at us, that we can't stop thinking about, that we couldn't live without, that we could do for the rest of our lives, or that we feel is going to bring us the most joy. Do what's going to bring you the most joy, because not everything is as it seems. See, that little goldfish is actually a shark, and look, that one is a little bandit down there. You can see that. But you have options. You're multi-talented, multi-dimensional, infinite soul. You have lots of options when it comes to what's going to make you happy and abundant. So maybe there's a little confusion and there's a little unknowing right now. At the Seven, it's complex. It's highly complex and mysterious. So you have highly complex, mysterious emotions right now about your work and what you're doing. Now that this old version of you is dying, and there's a change in the wind. But whatever it is, it's bringing you this treasure island, working with others, and reflecting on how far you've come. It's beautiful. Why is round and round here, please? Thank you. Nine of Voices. Yeah, just in our head. So round and round is thoughts going over and over. Maybe this is just like you're keeping yourself up at night with a lot of thoughts, or you've got a lot of information. This is also a higher understanding, but with the round and round card, maybe it's a repeating negativity and thoughts in your head. And the way that we do handle that is we journal about it, we write it down, we find the source of where it's coming from, why those thoughts and feelings are on repeat, and we do the shadow work to process it. And then the energetic cord cutting, calling in angels and guides or whatever you believe in, helping you to cut those cords energetically. If you don't believe in anybody or anybody but yourself, that's beautiful too, because you are God consciousness within you. So you can go in yourself and just imagine yourself. Intention is everything. You are the magician. So go in there yourself and just imagine yourself cutting all energetic cords and ties to thoughts, feelings, emotions, habits that are no longer serving you, so you can get out of this round and round cycle of like keeping yourself up at night or having anxiety about going into something. Overthinking is what that's about. All right, and we're all, I'm guilty of it to the max. Like, no judgment here whatsoever, but there is ways that we can process that by writing, by talking about it with another person, by meditation, breathing practices, exercise, grounding. There's all kinds of ways, and all kinds of angelic and higher dimensional light beings that want to help us get through this stuff too. If you are having a hard time, please ask for help. Anything else, angels and guides, that you want to say about this Nine of Voices and round, maybe what's it about? Let's see if we can find out what's it all about. Oh, we got two. Okay. Okay. We have so some sort of expansion, and the Fool in reverse. So maybe it's something that you're afraid to jump into that is leading to your expansion, and you're just thinking about it a lot in your head, and it's getting in the way of you jumping into this new beginning. So the Fool in reverse is like, it's all potential. He's got to take the leap of faith, but right now she has not yet leaped. This is a 0 point. This is all potential, and it was in the reverse with the Three of Wands, which talks about expansion, and like once you do the one thing, it grows and it leads to all these other things. So maybe this round and in your head is keeping you from taking the leap into something that's going to bring you expansion. It's kind of blocking you from taking that jump into something. So yeah, if you want to put down in the comments what that is, or talk about if this resonates with you at all, please let me know. You can also reach out to me at the Recovery Oracle at gmail google.com at gmail.com, and let me know what you're going through, and I'll see, just email me, and it's not like I'm going to charge you anything to read your email and respond. I'm doing this here for all of you because my heart's in it. So if you email me with a question, I'm going to answer you back, I promise. And I say that now because, I have 16 subscribers, so I think I can manage those emails. We'll see once we get here, once our community grows and there's hundreds of thousands of us, I might have to hire some people to help me, but for now, I am a real live person that would be happy to email you back and answer questions for you. So I also do offer on my Buy Me a Coffee, there is options for creating custom meditations and custom subliminals, and I do offer private readings, and those are things, and gratuity is always one of those are things that you can pay for if you choose to. But if you email me with a question, I'm going to answer you, I promise. So as long as it's appropriate. Yeah, so alrighty. I just saw this thrown off to the side. So the Four of Emotions, this talks about stabilizing your emotions and waiting for something to come in. and it was thrown over to the yin. So there's like a waiting period maybe that we're in right now, but doing what we can while we're in this waiting period as far as self-care goes, nourishing ourself goes. If you're in a lull where there's not a lot to do physically, maybe it is a time to do the shadow work, to do the mental stuff, to just dig deep into your psyche and get up anything that needs to come up. Do it when you feel, know that you're always divinely held. You're in the wings of the angels while you're doing this, and ask them to be with you while you go through this, and feel a sense of peace and warmth in your heart and tinglies all over. Notice the tinglies you feel when you ask them and invite them in. Like I feel it right now, like it's an elevated frequency, and you'll feel it. It's subtle, but it's tingly and it's vibratory, and you can, like, your ears might ring a little bit. You can like, the pitch decibel is higher in the air and frequency when they're around. So if you're doing shadow work or journaling, processing emotions, it could bring up feelings for you, but just know that they're there to support you through it. And what it's going to do is once you get through it, you're going to get rid of the voices in your head, or your own voice in your head. It's going to calm you down, release your anxiety. You'll get through the grief, you'll process it, you'll be done, and then you'll feel the empowered to be able to jump into your new life, and these dominoes will start knocking over, and it will just be like, bup, 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 bup. I met this person today, I got this job offer today, I met the love of my life today, or I met this person, I'm going on a date, and it leads to that, and this and that and this and that, and all these things lead to all these other things. And it's so beautiful to watch the patterns of the hands of the divine create this like tapestry that is your life. And when you're aware of it and you see it, and you see the synchronicities and the signs and the numbers and the animals and the billboards you walk by, or the people you run into, or the little things, the little synchronistic things, just if you're paying attention to them and you watch them happen, it's such a lovely, beautiful thing. And it helps you know and have that trust and faith that you are divinely guided at all times. The world is far more spiritual than it is physical. This is all interwoven so intricately. It just blows my mind. The creativity and the thought and the meticulousness and detail of everything that is all, so-and-so has to be here for them to meet them. That means they have to leave their house at this time and be here by this time for this to happen, or her to walk by that dog that, is going to be like her spirit animal, reminding her to be loyal to herself, or whatever, whatever it is. They're thinking about that. That's what they do. They create. It's God. It's His creation, and it's on a quantum level. It's fascinating. It's absolutely mind-blowing that the patterns and the work and the effort that the divine goes into to create this like video game of life for us. This simulation that we're living in. Let's see. Let's get some animal energy, and we're going to close it up there. So we'll do the little tiny animal spirit, Kim Cran's animal spirits, and we'll just do three main animals. Angels and guides, just three, I'll say 1 to 4 total animals, please. Thank you. For right now, most relevant right now. Hyena. Okay. Frog, replenishing. There's that star, yin, allowing, rinsing, refreshing, renewal, replenishing your sources. The frog is healing, cleansing, calibrating. The swan, we've had the swan coming through, the deep diving, the love. This called also like soulmate. This is very spiritual. The swan, and one more. Oh, and there it is. And the whale. All right, so On the bottom of the deck, we have the fish, flowing like a fish, going with the flow, taking life on life's terms, surrendering and trusting the process. Very Pisces energy. It's also like deep emotions, could be psychic abilities. Especially we have the whale, which is a lot of depth and resonance as well. So I will read to you about these animals. Sure, we're all a little bit curious about the hyena. Okay, humor, wit, sarcasm, like lighten up. Okay, so the hyena personality is a jokester and crowd pleaser, but below the surface there are unfulfilled dreams to be realized. When the hyena card appears, it's time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. Are you using jokes to hide old resentments in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? What would happen if you took your goals seriously? When in balance, so you could be in balance about this. It doesn't have to be bad. So if you're in balance with the hyena energy, you're charming, witty, and fun to be around. When you're out of balance, scrappy, petty, suspicious. To bring into balance, you guys are going to shit your pants. Sobriety. I swear to God. Right at the bottom there. To bring into balance, sobriety. That cracks me up. Maybe some of you are in the earlier stages of sobriety too, and so all kinds of things are replenishing, recalibrating, adjusting. That adds a whole nother layer to this. Like, we're in recovery too, so there's like pause and post-acute withdrawal syndrome that lasts for like up to a year, and there's all the mental health medications and the things and the antidepressants and the Suboxone or the you could be on there could be a lot going on in your mental state because of the recovery aspect of all of this. Not only are you trying to do life, but do it sober, which isn't what everybody does. It's a whole nother ball game. So hats off to you. Give yourself some fucking credit for how far you've come, because that's what the divine is telling you right now. You need to give yourself more credit for how far you've come, and lighten up, have some humor, and laugh and enjoy yourself a little bit more. If you're just serious in the shadow work, make sure that you are balancing that out with some wit and some humor and some fun. Okay, let's see. Where is our swan, please? Swan. Oh, there we are. Okay, swan. All right, swan is effortless creativity, sensitive mystic, elegant power. So swan energy says a swan represents heightened creativity. In Hindu mythology, the goddess Saraswati, the embodiment of language, creativity, and artistry, rides on the back of this graceful creature. The swan is ready to take us there, to the fluid realm of writing, creating, and reflecting. All right, here we go. This potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted or taken lightly. When the swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention, for solo time, an inner voice is waiting to be heard, an inner vision likely to be revealed. So that's what we're talking about here with the shadow work and the writing down and the journaling. So this kind of confirms that would be some good medicine for somebody. So when in balance, infinite creative power. When out of balance, agitated, snippy, or lacking vision. To bring into balance solo time and writing. So taking time to yourself to replenish your energy, to do the shadow work, but then at the same time, just free writing in your journal. You could have some $1 million ideas that just need to come out, that just need to get out of your head and onto paper, just free writing. Journaling really has changed my entire life. I journal in the morning, my gratitude and my intentions for the day, and at night I reflect on what happened and how it happened and who I served and what I learned, and set intentions for the following day, based on the lessons I learned from that day. Journaling and writing is an incredible medicine. Incredible. It's soul medicine. So I include shadow work in that too. So let's see. Whale. Whale is also in the water. Yeah, so there's three, we have 4 water animals on the deck. So this is a lot of emotion. This is a lot of emotion that somebody's dealing with right now, this is the medicine coming through. It's all water medicine, other than the hyena with like sarcasm and laughter, sobriety. Okay, whale. Whale has a desire to delve deeper, profound peace, and ancient wisdom. The whale represents profound emotional health and stability. Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives. These experiences have enriched them, given them stability and strength, and a depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend on whale personalities when all else seems lost and trust seems to be a beacon in our darkest hour. When in balance, we are calm, steady, deeply compassionate. When out of balance, we are heavy or slip into an old story. To bring into balance, regular self-care. So practicing that self-care is important to bring out, because we are all whales in recovery. We have all the stories, all the experiences, lives upon lives lived in a lot shorter times than most people ever experience a lot of things. We can tell a story or two from our own personal experience, true stories, things that we survived and overcome. So we're not slipping into any more old stories, and we are avoiding that by practicing our regular self-care. That includes baths, meditation, outside time and grounding, journaling, just playing a musical instrument, cooking a nice meal for yourself just to do it for you, or taking yourself out for dinner. Do something that is just for you. How long has it been since you've done something just for you? And when you do that, is it hard? Because it's not supposed to be. And I'm saying that because I went shopping yesterday and bought myself some much needed. I got bras and underwear and shoes, and I was feeling guilty about it. And I realized that was like an old wound from being in abusive relationships and growing up in poverty. Like, I was feeling bad for buying things that meet my basic needs, that everybody deserves to have underwear, socks, and shoes, and should never feel bad about buying those things. So really, like, that is that self-care hard for you? Because it is hard for me, and that's why I'm asking. Is it just me, or so I'm really working on that myself right now. It's different, but you have to, I have to get used to this new lifestyle of I get to spend my money on me as I need things and feel necessary, and I'm not spending them on somebody else and their children who was abusive to me, or whatever your story is. That was my thing. I just was not with a person that was good for me, and spent a lot of my time and my resources on him and his children, and not on myself. And then he hung himself on my birthday. So, lesson learned. You would think that my lesson would be learned. I'm still recovering from it, though. Honestly, it's been just over 2 years. I'm still working on figuring out who the fuck I am. Of course, addiction came after that. Relapse into addiction came after that for a little bit. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know why it's so hard for us to treat ourselves kind and good and nurture ourselves, and why it feels wrong to do that or selfish to do that, but we can so easily and freely do it for other people and people that don't give a fuck about us, or don't show us that kind of love, and we so freely give it away, but we have a hard time receiving it, and we have a hard time giving it to ourselves. So that's something that I'm personally working on right now, and that obviously needed to be said for somebody out there. So the frog, clearing, cleansing, healing. The frog and the water element are almost inseparable. The frog spends its first months of life entirely within this healing element and then emerges to rest on land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished, so it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. Here we go again. This card serves as a reminder that water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. When in balance, clear energy and enthusiasm for life. When out of balance, depleted, running on empty. To bring into balance, a lake, a river, an ocean, or a bathhouse. So a lot of water, right? If we think about, we've got frog, whale, swan, and fish here, all with water. It's emotions, it's love, it's your mindset behind how you give and receive love and nurturing, and compassion for yourself. So very much being encouraged to do you, boo. Today is do you do day, or set a day in the very, very near future that is just for you. A me talks day, cut your hair, color your hair, give yourself that manicure, pedicure, go get one done, and don't feel bad about it. Even if it's as simple as just taking a nice bath at home or a shower. You don't have to go out and spend money. Take a bath, take a shower, scrub yourself with salt. Imagine, all that stuff releasing and running down the drain, and then all of that water goes down and then kind of like grounds you into the earth. There's beautiful, simple self-care things that we can do for ourselves that are as simple as breathing, water, food, that do wonders for our spirit and our soul. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this resonated with some, all of, or a few of you. If it did, please leave a comment. Tell me your name. Tell me where you're from. Tell me something fun and interesting about yourself. I'd love to get to know you, and I hope that I will see you again in the next one. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.